Come on, baby. Looking good, straight, straight, looking good. Perfect, perfect. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, baby. We got this baby made. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'd line up on the middle of this. Yep. Get right there. No, that worked out great. Oh my God, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, get Dave to just bring the chocks over. Cool. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe we pulled that off. Amazing. Amazing. Too cool. Okay, I think we're going to get started here. So, hey, Teresa, come on in. Everybody, last minute people. Awesome. All right, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, super. Awesome. Okay, everybody, thank you all so much for coming out here. This is actually going to be a pretty memorious day at some point because it's been a long, hard road. I mean, I think most people out there are following me on Facebook or YouTube, but if not, check it out. And a long time ago, I posted a video, where we closed, I think it was April 6th last year. Was our 10-year anniversary. We closed April 6th, 2014. So it's been almost 12 years since we closed the facility over there. I mean, I've always said that there's all great stories come in 3 acts, okay? I started with a museum in Miami. That was Act 1. And that was basically an airplane museum. I was on a great airport, flying the airplanes, but it wasn't a great place to get a lot of people. And as that was basically beginning there, I was already starting to think about where I could do something even bigger and better. And believe it or not, I saw this property here. Originally, this was 3 pieces. The piece we're on, there was a piece south of the swamp there, and the piece across the street. I saw these pieces of property 40 years ago. I bought them 38 years ago, okay? And it's interesting how things have unfolded because I started in the middle of nowhere, and now I'm in the middle of everything. So Miami was Act 1 when we opened the Weeks Air Museum in Miami, and basically Act 1 ended on August 24th, 1992 with Hurricane Andrew. It was a Cat 5 storm. It came through. My whole hangar collapsed on all my airplanes. A Ford Trimotor got trashed down at the Homestead Airport, and I had 2 airplanes that were parked outside, including the B-17. They ended up a mile away. Anyway, so that was the end of Act 1, and in 1995, we opened that over there. That was only ever intended to be my shop, and we adapted the attraction to it initially because I thought if it didn't work out, I'd have a great place to work on my airplanes. That's exactly what happened. So basically, that closed in 2014. This hangar and this facility over here, when we originally started, the only hangar that the public could go through was the big hangar, the really big hangar by the restaurant, and the south hangar we were using for maintenance. Well, realizing I wanted people to see more airplanes, this hangar went up and we moved the maintenance over here, so that whole facility was open. So this is really part of Act 2. But what you're going to see today is the beginning of Act 3. And Act 3, I've been telling people for 10 years now, go get a Coke, a hot dog, take a bathroom break because Act 3 is about to begin. So we'll see. And this is basically going to move this way. This whole open field is where Fantasy Flight's been envisioned to be. I've got even bigger dreams, but this is what I'm focusing on right now. And you know, as soon as we get this done, I don't know, I'm just going to guess, maybe in a year. I would say this season, next year, hopefully we'll open this hangar as part of our offerings. So we'll double the size of our hangar space, but right after that, I'm going to begin building something else. I need to talk to the construction guys. They don't know about this yet. And we're going to start building something to begin to deliver something. I learned the hard way. We as aviation enthusiasts will never pay my light bill because I want to do something on a grand scale. I've been led to create something that goes beyond what the airplane enthusiast just loves. I'm literally going after the rest of the planet. And I think the potential here is to create an entirely new concept in themed entertainment. I'm a big fan of Walt Disney up the street. He left me basically the tools to stand on his foundation with great story, great theming, great ride technology, great immersive environments and characters, and be able to create a completely new concept in the industry. Walt's segue was in 1955 when he opened Disneyland, was to be basically, we had just come back from Europe and Asia in '55 to a country that never saw a bomb. We were looking to escape from reality. That's the existing industry. I'm going to create an industry that uses entertainment not to make this kind of change, but this kind of change. It's using entertainment in a way that people self-discover and self-transform themselves for themselves. So the airplanes will be here in the first part, but only to plant a stake in the ground using timeless stories like the Wright brothers, the Lindbergh story, you know, all sorts of famous guys. And basically, each attraction element that we deliver here is going to be a theme common to the human experience. And so the existing industry up the street is basically about escaping from reality. I want to create something that's about engaging reality, okay? And people will come here, everybody, you know, is on a different journey. Everybody has is a unique aspect of this whole experience that we're involved in. And basically, I want people to self-discover themselves for themselves. So each attraction element will be a theme common to the human experience. An example, how do we learn in life? Where do our skills and talents come from? Okay, in reality, what you learn from the experience that we deliver is nobody teaches you anything. All they do is bring that which you already have within yourself. Okay, I want people to understand that. How many times in life do we accept limitations that others place upon us? We all relate to that. And so we can reflect on these different stories from different perspectives. And instead of having to change my theme, like, you know, have to come out with a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, you know, because of the interest is going down. The next time you come into my thing, I don't have to change it. You will have changed. And you will see that experience from a different perspective. So that's kind of where I'm headed. We're going to basically plant a stake in the ground today for the beginning of Act 3. And I would like you like to start off?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Malott.
Thank you.
With the Central Florida Development Council, which is Polk County's economic partnership. So, you know, it's true pleasure to be here today at Fantasy of Flight, a place that celebrates the spirit of aviation and the power of imagination. Today's groundbreaking marks more than just the start of construction. It represents the continued investment in our region's rich aviation history, our tourism economy, and our future. This new hangar facility will not only expand the capabilities of Fantasy of Flight, but also enhance the visitor experience and help preserve the legacy of flight for generations to come. And with this new space, Fantasy of Flight will be able to showcase even more aircraft, share more stories, and spark even more curiosity. All in keeping with Kermit Weeks' bold vision of creating attraction that lifts people's spirits and perspectives. And we're proud to support projects like this that bring innovation, inspiration, and opportunity to Polk County. So congratulations to Kermit and the entire Fantasy of Flight team, you know, of this milestone at your event today. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Scott here, want to say, Mike, Scott?
So Michael Scott, Polk County Board of County Commission, District 5 Commissioner. And what Mr. Weeks doesn't know is I've been around Fantasy of Flight since I was a kid. So I've got something I wrote just to factually get this right. But thank you for having me at the groundbreaking for this Act 3 of the Fantasy of Flight. On behalf of the Polk County Board of County Commission, we are grateful for Mr. Weeks and his dedication to aviation and to this county. As a high school student attending Santa Fe Catholic High School from 1996 to 2000, I had a great friend that lived on the other side of Lake Agnes, and we were both fascinated when this facility first started going up in the early 90s. During an open house event around 2013 or 2014, the Fantasy Flight was the first time my 3-year-old son was able to pilot a model airplane, and now at the age of 16, still flies model airplanes.
Oh, wow.
So thank you. The lives that Mr. Weeks and the Fantasy Flight have impacted over the decades are immeasurable. And I would like to personally thank Mr. Weeks for being a part of inspiration that led me to being a student pilot.
Awesome. Oh, thank you.
I view this journey for the Fantasy Flight much like Mr. Weeks described his first flight in a Spitfire that was transported from England to Florida, upside down and climbing to see another day, a day that can shape more lives and impact thousands more visitors. May this new hangar and vision be the best act ever, and thank you again for making Polk County the home of Fantasy Flight.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Should I say anything?
Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
Yeah, I'm Rick Wilson, Polk County Commissioner, and it's an honor to be here. You know, I haven't got the stories that he's got, but you know, at any time something like what Kermit and his his team and his family's been doing here in Polk County, and he's right. You know, when he first come here, there wasn't a whole lot out here, very little, and and it is all coming together. I remember driving up and down I-4 a long time ago in Orlampo, and I said, what is that? And I kind of did a little research, and I said, well, that's pretty neat. But we appreciate, Polk County does what you're doing here. This is amazing, and we hope, just wish you luck in everything you do, and anything that we can do, we'll be there to help.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes,
Go. Okay, also too, this is my buddy over here, Bob Ward, Robert Ward, and I got connected up with Bob actually way in the past, but in this life anyway, we got connected. He was the lead designer for basically all the early Universal Studios parks. When they were designing the thing in Burbank, California, Ride the Movies Park, Bob was heading up the creative aspect over here in Orlando. He was part of Osaka, Japan. And Bob has been a great asset to me because he's introduced me to people in the themed entertainment industry that I've gone and met people and designed people and how to do things. I've got great ideas to do something very different than what exists up the street, but they know how to make the tools and to make the experiences more, interesting, whether it's, an airplane vibrating or something, or wind, or ways to do things. But there's a big difference between what's up the street and what I want to do here, and Bob's a big help with this. The industry up the street is about external spectacularism, okay? My industry is going to be about internal spectacularism. I literally, they want you, no offense, Bob, you did a great job. But up the street, they want you to come to their theme park and be a hero in their intellectual property. I've always had my welcome mats, and you'll see over here when you go in and out of the gift shop, I've always had my welcome mats face out the door. It's because I want you to be the greatest hero you can be in the greatest story you can ever participate in. That's the difference. So keep an eye on us. Bob, you got anything to say?
I was fortunate to meet Kermit ages ago, as he said, and we approached each other from across the room at a big event up in Savannah, Georgia, and we locked on, and we walked toward each other, never seen him before, nothing. And we introduced ourselves, and I said, Kermit, it's time for a new paradigm in the destination entertainment business. And he goes, you're right, and I have the answer. And he goes, so will you help me? Of course. And we have good friends here from Falcons Creative who helped us lay all this out. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. Awesome,
cool. Thank you guys so much. Okay, now we got to put our helmets on to do this thing here to make OSHA standards for the photos. So I don't know how you're going to do this, babe. Maybe
is that yours or mine?
No, that's
yours.
Is there another one? Can I borrow one?
Do I need one?
Can I borrow yours?
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you. All right. So, okay, so I guess me and Teresa do the first one, okay? Then you got, I'm gonna lay the groundwork, and I'm gonna let these guys do the rest of the work. So,
okay,
all right, babe, so here we go. Push foot in there. There we go. We're picking it up.
Okay.
And here we go. Super. Awesome. Y'all Follow me through the deal. Cool. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Dig them in. 1, 2, 3. Chuck it at them. Okay. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, now from here, we're going to open the attraction for free. Okay, so you can walk through the airplanes and all that stuff. We're not having any tour guides, but some of the employees are here. If you see one, maybe you can ask them a question or whatever. So it's free to get in. The gift shop's going to be open, so feel free to spend a lot of money in the gift shop. And anyway, also too, when you first walk into the deal, into the thing there's a picture of what the building's going to look like. Basically, the hangar that's over there, it's just going to be a mirror image, okay? It's going to be basically the same hangar, same size, and you know, so it'll double our capacity within the deal. So there's a picture when you go in the gift shop, and once you enter the attraction, there's an attraction element there that we're working on right now that's going to be part of the future of Fantasy of Flight to deliver these individual experiences. It's a Spirit of St. Louis cockpit that we've made, you know, like if it was going to be a real flying airplane. And you're going to basically, at some point, I'll explain it when I get in there, but when you get in there, we can talk a little bit, and if you want, and it works out, we can let people sit in the little seat and sit inside, and you can go see what Lindbergh's looked at, which was nothing more than an instrument panel. He could not see out the airplane, because everything, it was all fuel tanks. So thank you all for coming, and grab me if you want, have a question in there, and thank you. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Who's the brunette? Oh, I said Teresa, my wife. Cool. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you guys. Cool, awesome, super. Thank you. Cool. Awesome. What's happening?
Got a great thing here, sir.
Oh my
truly,
God, thank
truly.
you. There, where are you from?
I'm from Michigan originally, but stayed down
God,
here.
awesome,
Yeah.
cool.
Sure with you.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Here, I'm the selfie king. Awesome,
Oh, you
cool,
made
man.
my
Have a
day,
good one.
sir.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
too.
it.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hey, I'm Steve Andrews.
Hey,
Retired
Steve.
Air Force.
Oh, awesome, cool. Oh yeah,
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
And,
There we go. Awesome.
thank
cool.
you.
Super.
You want with you there, Kermit?
Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. I appreciate y'all coming down.
Absolutely. Wouldn't
That's
miss
awesome. Oh my gosh.
We were just talking about the vision.
Did Cecil share the 10th anniversary closing deal?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried to come today too, and he was like, "Can you guys go?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I ran.
He's heartbroken.
I ran across that and I said, "Yeah, I got to do that." And so I knew Bob was coming, so yeah. Future, imagine Disney Universal quality, size potentials of this area, but it's a completely different product that people don't understand, and this is the beginning of where I'm going. You're not going to be one person with 49 other people on a roller coaster. You're going to be by yourself, reflecting on your own journey, where you've come from, where you're at, where you dream to go. Big difference. It's about flight of the human spirit. That's the whole concept. This aspect here plants a stake in the ground using airplanes and timeless stories with famous people that we know about, but we share things that are common to everybody that we all experience.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
This for 30 hours. Fuel leaks too on the way over.
Yeah, he probably had a few in his pants, I'm saying too.
I didn't handle that.
Yeah?
And his name's on there.
Oh, no way.
Cousins. Yeah,
His cousin's name.
Oh, wow, cool. It's gorgeous. I mean, there's like no metal work needs to be done from here on out. It's a great project.